As it is known, globalization is the economic, political, technological, social, and overall integration of one country into the world. It all works fine thanks to different factors such as trade agreements, which are treaties made between nations to improve the flow of trade and even reduce tariffs. Today, we will talk about one of them, EFTA. First of all, let's start with the facts. EFTA is the 9th largest trader in the world in merchandise trade and the 5th largest in trade in services. It is also the 3rd most important trading partner in goods for the European Union, making it the effective force of trading in world economy. It looks to promote free trade and economic integration of its 4 member states, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, and Switzerland. As for its objectives, EFTA looks to maintain and develop the convention in which economic regulation between the members are decided, to control the agreement which brings the European Union and EFTA members together in an internal market, and to develop the worldwide networks of free trade agreements that they have. Amazing, right? But are the member states completely on their own? No, they are economically integrated since they have joint cooperations with 4 countries, 2 in the Middle East and 3 in Asia. In addition, it is important to note that the fact of having a free trade agreement with 27 different countries, mainly in Oceania and the European Union, prevents them from falling into complete isolation. However, before continuing and for everyone to understand better this association, here's a bit of background of how EFTA was created. The European Free Trade Association was first thought of when the members of the Organization for European Economic Cooperation proposed a wide free trade area to those who didn't want to join the European Economic Community. Unfortunately, there was an outside group which didn't form part of any of these negotiations. As a result, Austria, Denmark, Norway, Portugal, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom decided to join EFTA to strengthen their bargaining power in the establishment of free trade regions. Soon, by 1959, the previous nations signed what was accorded on the Stockholm Convention. But what was the Stockholm Convention? Basically, it was a conference held in aforesaid city, which committed the members to enforce tariff reductions and quota liberalizations for industrial goods, provisions for escape if the debt imposed on domestic economies was too great, and provisions that liberalized trade in agricultural products. Now, as soon as EFTA became operative in May 1960, other countries like Finland, Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Switzerland joined as well. It was until 1973 when Britain, Denmark, and Portugal became members of the European Economic Community, and until 1995 when Austria, Finland, and Sweden became members of the European Union, remaining only 4 countries within the association. Okay, now, back to the facts. As for the exports and imports worldwide within the EFTA, we have all of the products shown in the tables below, which gives us a total of exports of 229,450 millions of euros and a total of imports of 277,881 millions of euros. With this in mind, we can deduce that the industries they've developed are agricultural, mineral, chemical, which are pharmaceutical, and marine. Regarding its other achievements, EFTA has built up the 2nd largest trade network in the world. It has secured fair competition and conditions for supply of raw materials within the area, and they have made financial contributions, increasing programs' budgets significantly. Finally, free trade agreements among other countries were created in South America and Asia over the last few years. Now, who wins and who loses? Since all of the members in this association ranked number 1 in terms of GNP per capita, as well as they have the highest exports per capita ratios that cause even more economic growth, it seems that they are all winners. Yay! In addition, the fact that EFTA is only an association, it allows each country to run its own affairs and policies on agriculture, fisheries, home affairs, etc. They aren't affected by the European Union taxes, they can have FTAs with any country, and also they can have membership on the NATO Security Alliance. Unfortunately, this can cause problems. The challenges of this organization don't have to do with the present but with the future. There is this dynamic called European Economic Space, which was created so that other countries from the EFTA could participate in the free trade agreements without being a member of the European Union. This could be an issue because many countries within such union might start to disagree for reasons such as rules of origin, state aids, intellectual property rights, etc. that are not covered by the free trade agreements. Also, the way EFTA manages the protection for other countries might represent a problem. EFTA created an attractive investment environment for their economic operators. Unfortunately, this is done without caring about the consequences it could cause in the host country, which could be considered an abuse from EFTA investors and obstacles for the flow of trade. However, ultimately, EFTA keeps its high economic growth and it's currently supporting different programs that seek progress in other nations, which is quite great if you ask me. Thanks for watching!